where people are faking injuries as the result of assaults, sexual assaults, and domestic abuse incidents. And I want to let everybody know that that is completely inappropriate. You should not be faking these sorts of injuries. Making a false allegation is a crime, and you can be prosecuted for it. And not only that, but if you make false allegations, you take away from people's ability to believe real survivors. So false allegations are absolutely real. Do not perpetuate those sorts of allegations on the social media platforms because it causes way too much damage. Not to mention, you make false allegations and innocent people can end up in jail. Go ahead and like and share this video if you found it valuable. I hope this was educational for everybody. Take care. See you.
When you take it, it'll cause you to choke that little motherfucker. If you don't choke that Skip Bayless, Shannon, all you gotta do is take him in the back and just choke the out his ass one time.
Skip Bayless, take that with your punk ass.
You spoke about humanity, and I think, but there were things done here by someone here at this network that were inhumane.
You know what this is? This is primal. Yep. This is two alphas fighting for territory.
Dude, I was born at night, not last night. Get the out of here.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome to One Buck,
where we keep it a buck, and we hope y'all keep it a buck too.
Hey, yo, this is Coop.
I'm Kev. You already know what it is. We ain't gonna go ahead and do no bullshit in between. We like to share the narrative and change the whole woo-wop altogether.
Change the perspective, man. Give y'all some fat on your head. Expand your mind, is like we say on the show. And we stir that pot, man. Absolutely. Gotta stir that pot, man, to open up your intellect to see what we putting down. You do the due diligence of what we saying, taking the kindness out of your heart to say, let me type this into Google. Let me see about this. Let me see about that. Enough about that, though, cuz what's on the plate for the day?
Man, how you feeling first off?
Locked in, loaded, ready to go, man. Show don't stop. Show must go on. Cuz what you got up for the day, man? Spit it.
So I was sitting here, I found something interesting. Even though the fight is going on today, I've kind of felt like this needed to be talked about because this is going on. It's seeming to be like a common situation. Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, boxer, goes through a situation where his baby mama try to put him out here like he put hands on her. Reason why I bring this up is because we're already going through the situation with like a Tory Lanez or, you know what I'm saying, anybody who is subject to this type of matter. It is aimed at us as black men and black women. Here's what I would like to find out from you. Was this a setup as far as trying to throw him off? Because this is like a test fight, but it's getting ready for him to be against one of the biggest fights, in my opinion, if y'all don't know, against Garcia. It's wild. Like, I can't believe like we doing this in our own, but at the same time, I get it because this is nothing ever so changed.
Facts.
It's always been something pinned against us as people. When I say us as people, it's worldwide. It's do your due diligences. Go back, find out. Anytime that anything goes on with today's worldly ways, this type of situation comes up. You got a professional boxer, got kids, got a baby mama. Biggest fight of his career to come. His test fight comes, and then you pull this. So this is kind of like almost stemming off of the situation of, in my opinion, the Megan Thee Stallion situation. But at the same time, it's like, y'all, I don't know, y'all tell me what y'all think. Nothing against women, nothing against our black women. I'm just simply saying, it's one thing for us as black men to be held accountable for what it is that we do when we get caught up. But then again, when y'all get caught up, where that be at? Family, tell me what you think about this.
Man, you know how I think, man. I just kind of listen to the narrative of what you putting down first. I analyze it. You know, y'all, the viewers, make sure y'all drop in the comments what y'all think about what Kev just put down. You know, as me, man, I'm always going to stand on it until I dig deeper, you know, and just kind of do, you know, my self-checking, you know, to make sure what's being put down, man. So from what it sounds like, basically what you're saying is, you know, creating a narrative. Is that what I heard you say about them creating a narrative, or you want to clear that up again?
Let me clean this up. The baby mama pretty much said that Tank had put his hands on her.
Mm-hmm.
All to be expected right before one of the biggest prep fights.
I heard you say the fight, but it was just more of creating a narrative of actually what went down. And
but
that's what I was saying.
This is in preparation, like, so he getting
fight,
ready to,
right, 'cause he's
getting a tune-up fight
exactly,
before he fights Danny Garcia.
Yeah, I got all of that. I was just saying more of the narrative when I said that, you know, they're creating a narrative.
One of the toughest
opponents for him to go against. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going with, kind of creating a narrative of the fact.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we on the same page though, because I was just saying from my perspective, I kind of like to tune in and listen to what you're saying, give you your chance to put it down.
We're going to go ahead and drop this clip. Y'all go ahead and tell us what you feel. Women, y'all tell us y'all hook up. Men, y'all tell us y'all hook up. This shit got to stop.
We'll be right back.
So any guys who know this, you know how easy it is for somebody to lie on you, especially a woman, and all because they're hurt. And they know that they can hurt you, and even if they don't, even if it's false, nothing happens to them. That's the beauty of the false allegation. Let's get into Gervonta Davis. He's a young brother. He is a very talented fighter from the city of Baltimore. Had an incident in 2020, which is, you know, he kind of grabbed his girlfriend and made her leave someplace. But she made this phone call to 911 after a heated argument. So right before his fight, he was taken to jail in Broward County. And all of this stuff, right? He has a fight 11 days, and this is what she does. Okay? Now what he's doing is he had to clear his name. Let me just kind of read a little bit of what he said. Do not let these people misguide you. All on this bullish. This was just yesterday, moments before me and my child mother had an argument. That probably was some of the pictures she was putting up. Watching Frozen with my oldest daughter, I never put my hands on my child mother, nor my daughter. Are you crazy? I'm not a monster. I've been quiet for too long. I'll just leave it like that. Okay? Basically, he's been extorted. All right? Suing people. They want money from the guy. All of this. She was crying because he wouldn't give her his truck. So she don't even, listen, man, she trying to ruin this young brother's life, man, because she don't even see the big picture. So she don't even care. Like, okay, I'm going to damage his career. He going to lose some money behind this. So I'm going to lie. And that's what she did. She took back all charges, saying he didn't hit me. The question is, what happens to her? What happens to her? What happens to her? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what happens to him. Somebody gonna always believe he did that. He might lose sponsorships behind that. He might lose deals behind that. And I'm gonna tell you what happens, man. Brothers are dealing with the wrong kind of women. And this is what happens. A lot of these guys are from urban areas. Y'all from the hood, man. Y'all got money. Y'all from the hood. Y'all talent is taking y'all places. I know that because I'm from the hood. Thank God I had a strong family around me. I had a strong Christian family around me that kept me out the streets and things like that kept me on the straight and narrow. I thank God for that. But I want to talk to you about something, because a lot of you brothers, when you come from the hood, you still attracted to what you've grown up around. Man, and you can't take them with you. I keep telling you, nothing wrong with being from the hood, but it's something wrong with dealing with somebody with the hood mentality. And they don't have nothing, man. They don't know what it's like to be you. I'm just gonna start preaching right now, man. Shout out to my brother Sinful Pete, man. You know, like y'all said, I hope you live as long as you want. I forgot how I used to say it, right? But you know, and as long as you want to live, you know how you say things like that, right? So that's me saying. But let me preach to you brothers real quick, man. These ladies don't know what it's like to be you. They know what it's like to be them. They'll never understand the hardships that the black men go through. They'll never understand, man, what you gotta go through every day to be you. Cause your mama done made you the man of the house and your daddy ain't there. So now you gotta pay the price of your daddy, because he done ran off or she done ran him off. And you the only one in your family that has become somebody. And so now all of the burden come to you. And you got to get up at 4 a.m. You got to get up at 3 a.m. You got to go to work. Don't nobody want to date you, for the most part, because you ain't got nothing yet. But you got to come in straight and narrow. You got to walk past the drug dealers to go to the bus stop to go to work. Going to the fast food places because you ain't got the newest Jordans. People laughing at you at the bus stop. Then you deal with somebody who ain't never achieved nothing, and you give this person a baby. You give that person a baby, bro. You give that person a baby because she fine, because she look good, because you always wanted somebody who looked like that. You got all that money and everybody calling you champ and but you haven't realized your self-worth. So that's why she treats you like you just any other dude from the street. Because that's how you used to being treated. So she talk back. She be disrespectful. She'll be unruly. She ain't never seen no father in her life. And you putting up with that no matter what, because you could have been dealing with her in the hood or somebody like that if you had nothing. So you done worked hard all your life to achieve that. Because you got the nicest cars now. You got the nicest house now. But look who you got with it. You done brought the hood with you, bro. And you done worked all that way for nothing, only for her to give you the same energy as if you would have gotten if you achieved nothing in life. Everything else around you is world class except for her. And then you got a baby by her and you love her because y'all from the same thing, and she might be good in bed, but she's dysfunctional, bro. And you about to go down with her because I'm telling you right now, she's about to mess up her own life on the way she's going. You gonna stick with her? She gonna take you down there right along with her. In this particular case, I'm talking about Gervonta Davis. She's going right with you. You going right with her. You're gonna ruin everything that you dealt with, brother. All because you didn't grow up with your money. Because you like fly chicks like that. You like having a baby mama that stick like that. Yeah, it's all good when you're getting along, but you know what? She ain't never gonna listen to you. It's like your manhood always feels suppressed. Your manhood always in question. You're always getting disrespected. All that stuff going on with you, man. That's what I'm telling you, bro. You need to wake up, man. All your stuff in your life got to match. The femininity got to match the new house. Got to match the new car. Got to match the bank account. Got to match everything. Brother, you don't have no IG model or no chick from the hood and you living up in nice places, nice neighborhoods, and you give her access to that. All she gonna do is ruin that kind of stuff, man. Get you a sister from a nice place. That see that you're trying to be a man that can appreciate hard work, so she know, like, you know what, even me and my man, he got a fight in 11 days. I need to be here for my man so he can win this fight. We can go on vacation and we'll deal with that after. But right now, he need to be focused on. That's the kind of woman you need. But you brothers are self-destructive, so now you got to go over here and deal with this on the shade room. Man, it's sad because the brother got talent. And I'm making a plea to all black men. Don't do it to yourself, man. When you elevate, everything got to be the same.
Hey everybody, Brian Jones, criminal defense lawyer here. And with the popularity of our last couple of videos, we have started to notice a really disturbing trend on TikTok in particular, where people are faking injuries as the result of assaults, sexual assaults, and domestic abuse incidents. And I want to let everybody know that that is completely inappropriate. You should not be faking these sorts of injuries. Making a false allegation is a crime and you can be prosecuted for it. And not only that, but if you make false allegations, you take away from people's ability to believe real survivors. So false allegations are absolutely real. Do not perpetuate those sorts of allegations on the social media platforms because it causes way too much damage. Not to mention, you make false allegations and innocent people can end up in jail. Go ahead and like and share this video if you found it valuable. I hope this was educational for everybody. Take care. See you.
Comes out that Lil Mama pretty much like already said that she put him in a vulnerable position of the bag to try to throw him off of one of the biggest fights of his life. However, it took place, all this took place before a tune-up fight to prep him to get in that, you know what I'm saying? So that can, like, I see this a lot. I see this a lot with females as well as males within anybody's culture. It happens more or less in our culture than anybody else's. The biggest thing that irritates me, and this kind of reminds me of the situation of when we was talking about the Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying, of pretty much like putting a person down, a black male down, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you go back and you listen to the tapes and different things of the nature. Man, the footage, there's so much that goes on with this. But to hear this woman admit that she was trying to do things to get the bag before he got to this big fight. He's got this fight on a tune-up fight. That's going down tonight, by the way. But the big fight that's coming up, like, how do we get better with this? Do you have any?
You don't.
Any suggestions? Like, do you have any feel like of what do we do as a community, as people?
Look, I'm gonna tell you why, man. Social media rules. Dion just went through this. Actually, he brought the model last year to JSU. Dion brought that, I forget her name. She won the world renowned. She was talking about the guys having the blue checks.
Oh yeah. That was dog who got old boy caught up.
I'm just saying, but you know, it's still she coming in talking about the whole nine about building your rep. Now knowing what she done did, she's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she hits them back.
She uses the stature of her blue check on IG to reel in men that wish and hope for her, you know, and want her, you know, or desire her, so to speak.
But this is your baby mama.
I know, but you got to look at what's going on, man. You know, it could be your baby mother, it could be whatever. Some people are so desperate to get to the bag that they're willing to do whatever it takes. Kanye's homeboy did the same thing to Ye when Ye snapped out.
I get
You
that.
feel me? $30 million. Them boys said, look, we'll pay you $30 million. We just need you to get some dirt on your homeboy. You get the bag. You out the equation, Kanye. What does the homeboy do? Go against the grain. Anybody in their right mind, cause it goes to greed, man. Hey, look, 5 simple letters. GREED. You feel what I'm saying? Stands for the long way and the wrong way, by the way. If you get caught up in greed, greed will take you places that you don't want to go. It will turn you against your family. It will turn you against your loved ones. It will turn you against anything that you need to do for them 5 letters, man,
But
at the end of the day.
I guess so. The question I'm trying to ask is, do you agree with this situation? I know you don't, but I'm just saying, do you agree with this situation that these females is pushing, or would they being propositioned?
No, I don't, man. Ain't no way, because at the same I'm saying, man, it's all for the love of the bag. It's not even for the love of what it's supposed to be. If that's supposed to be your baby mother or your wife or whatever your scenario is, you're going against the grain of a person that put you in this position. Now you going, like I said, it's greed, bro. If the greed is putting you in that position, so instead of falling back saying, hey, I got it good, life is good, this is what it is. Now you putting this man in a situation where you taking over what he got for the greed of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's, like I said, it's messed up. That's my answer to it, cuz my answer is them 5 simple letters. GREED. It's greed, family. That's why.
I feel
divide and conquer.
I feel like how you feel, but at the same time, I feel like this too. Lil' mama, you knew that you ain't had to do, you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. Like, that man's reputation, his life, everything is on the line from his career.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a living off of his...
That's his work. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying?
His standpoint of what profession that he's in. And you chose to do this.
Screwed it up. Messed everything up.
But we see this time and time again. Like, this ain't just common with boxing or a sport figure or anybody who got money. It happens more because, and it makes headlines, but on a regular, like, I kind of feel like this, bro. I kind of feel like people use kids in a sense as like a trophy, something to hang over somebody's head, you know what I'm saying, to get what it is that they want. And I don't feel right with that.
I feel that too, but I feel like it's more. Like, I still feel like it's the children that you, like you saying, but at the end of the day,
it's effective
for me,
off of the children.
It is greed to even put yourself in a situation for your mind to even remotely think to do something, to bodily harm to a person like this, because that's all it was. She put a dent in him before the biggest fight of his life, you know, or prepping before the biggest fight of his life. That puts a lot of pressure on him. You're supposed to be there to support, to conquer, to nourish, to do what she doing, bro. It's the total opposite, my guy. Like, it don't fly like that.
This almost made headlines on the strength of what Floyd Mayweather had went through when he was abusive in the situation.
But you said almost. I think this is to the stature of that. It may not be to a billion, but a million.
I get it, but somebody got to be held accountable off of these type of actions, bro, because
who you gonna hold accountable?
I mean,
the person that did it is the only person you can hold accountable, because then at that is the person who set them up for them to even think to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So hold those people accountable. Like, something got to come out. Like,
we can, but we
the bag that was offered, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that worth more than what, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would have had got offered a purse or the box.
Was the bag worth that Kanye went through when his homeboy took that $30 million to get that bogus video that surfaced to Kanye? to get negativity and stuff that wasn't supposed to be on camera. This dude was going behind his back for $30 million to put this boy on camera to spread negativity to make him look like a bad person. It's the same thing, in my opinion, bro. It's just the greed of people to see that this how far they would take it. When you in a comfortable position where somebody's helping you, baby mama, wife, you know what I'm saying, mother of your child, you know, same thing as baby mama. I'm just saying it's the point of the
baby mama. You ain't never had not a one run in with at the end of the day.
It's to me, because it's the point of the inevitable, why somebody would allow this to happen, why you would stoop so low. You get in that bag, you went in together, and then you want to stoop so low for the bag for yourself to get a little earnings out the pot.
Because people really be salty with.
It's greed. It ain't being
they
salty.
Really be salty.
It's greed, my nigga. At the end of the day, it's them
they
5
really
letters,
salty,
GREED. We've been saying it on the last couple episodes of why people are doing what they doing. Same for Jay-Z with the whole painter situation. Same for a lot of people that's putting their hand in the pot, stirring and doing a lot of stuff that they ain't got to do. You know, same for the why you want to make it big in Hollywood and make a name for yourself, like you said in the last episode, to show people what it is.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to this, like, you already have an understanding with your baby mama.
You don't, because they'll switch on you,
should.
You should, but if y'all ain't tight.
Co-parenting, like, you can't be together, but you got a co-parenting situation.
My boy, this a little beyond co-parenting. Somebody set her up to say, we can give you this if you do this. You will get paid this amount. It really comes to a situation of greed, family, and I'm only saying that simply because of the situation at hand. Somebody took this woman, somebody was in her ear, and they said, hey, you can make a little bit more money. If you want to, you can go ahead and throw him under the bus. We'll take care of you. You know, all you got to do is this. And then that greed sets in on her head to make her say, okay, I'm going to do it then. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get paid this amount of money. Forget him. Forget that he left me after what's her name that time, you feel what I'm saying? Or, you know, we got into it and he smacked me upside my forehead. You don't know what they done been through for her to take that bag, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, that's why, you know, when I look at it, I always make sure we say allegedly, because we don't know at the end of the day what really snapped off and
we don't know these people. We don't know.
She might have did something on account of him. You know, he is a billionaire.
Yeah,
he could have been. He could have been out here owner.
It's just like I said, man. It's
I know where you going with it, cuz
it's a shame. It's a shame.
It is a shame. It is very.
That they always pin us to against us.
But what is the catch behind it? You feel what I'm saying? The bag is the catch. So a lot of people that come from poverty, like we said already, is gonna do what? What's your first initial move? You playing chess
with the bag,
not checkers. You're going to go with the bag. You're going to take the bag, even if it means you going against the grain, like Corrupt said. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, dope one, though, cuz I like that one. You know, I just think that's the way of the world, man. It's always dope because you bring in a subject of what we've been talking about, man. There's so many episodes. If y'all don't believe us, go back. Greed, them 5 letters, man, has been in our episodes probably since Dion. Forget Dion. Let's go to 50 Cent and Marquise. Let's go to Puffy. Puffy had greed for his own company when you did the death of a dynasty. That's why the dynasty died. Because of Puffy, the greed. People see stuff, they see avenues that could take them places. And some people is willing to sacrifice their own to hit that stool, you know what I'm saying, to sit up top and rock how they rock. But while they sit up top, they're going to feel terrible. You're going to feel horrible. It's gonna be horrendous to you because you're gonna see that you sacrificed what you did for the greater your good. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, I'd rather have my family around me, good support, than having that bag. You know what I'm saying? Because that bag brings greed, man. And greed is what brings empires down, like you said, of the death of the dynasty, friendships, relationships. You know what I'm saying? Everything. All that. You know, so
business standpoint,
facts on facts, man. It's real deal out here, cuz that was definitely a dope one, man. And I just appreciate you bringing that up, man, because a lot of people don't see, man. Pay attention to your kids. Pay attention to TV. Everything's about money. Everything's focusing about money. They want you to, you know what I'm saying? I come with a deal. We working something out. Somebody come with a deal in your ear, so they gonna drop you 50 bands opposed to the 20 you was gonna do. It's greed. It's greed, bro, at the end of the day. Cuz dope one, man. Love you bringing that to the table, my boy. Locked and loaded on that one, man. Y'all drop in the comments what y'all thoughts is of what Kev just put down, man. Real live topic. Don't y'all forget it. You know what I'm saying? And you only gonna get that right here on One Buck Podcast, my boy. Cuz where they can follow us at, man?
_Buck_podcast, spelled just like that for that I jizzle.
Man, for the jizzle, man. Cousin, what do you tell everybody, man? Like we always say, man, you gotta get past the what?
You gotta get past the mess to get to the message.
Dummies, listen, man, it's important, man. It's what we putting down. Go back.
Really shit I ever heard.
If y'all don't get it, rewind the tape. You feel what I'm saying? Or go to a different video and we're gonna be putting down the same thing again. Dope one, cuz. Definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna touch up on something, man. Definitely been going on, like I said, man. We're gonna do this one and this one also, man. We're gonna give a quick shout out real quick to Damar Hamlin on this episode as well. Just on the full recovery that we went through. I think we all witnessed that injury. I seen it live. My son ended up bringing it to me. We were at your house that night.
Yeah.
And it tripped me out. I was just like, whoa, how he got up and everything. I'm just glad to see the young man. Never seen it in the history of sports where they stopped a game, completely stopped the game, and then they're going to play that game later on, man. So I just want to give a shout out to Damar Hamlin. Glad you're on the road to recovery.
Shout out.
Cuz go ahead and say what you got to say on it too, man, because I'm my own man.
I mean, I know a lot of us push our children, or we have these visions of our child being great in this sport. They got to understand, like, it comes with a lot.
Sacrifice.
At the end of the day, you know, if our children still want to play that, we just have to protect them the best way and of what we can, you know, teach them at the end of the day. But with that being said, it is a business on the harsher side. You're never, ever gonna see anything probably looked at as like it's heartfelt on understanding that situation. In my opinion, I kind of feel like, you know, just getting them to understand and trying to protect them, you know, at an early age, making wise decisions, different things when it comes to it. If that's something that they choose to play, hey, stick by them. Let them know that this comes with consequences.
It's a gridiron gang out here, man. It is definitely a violent sport. I think we see that all the time with concussion protocols that have been going on. But, you know, we've seen concussion after concussion after concussion. But to see something like this, man, I think really shocked and, you know, and woke a lot of people up.
Yeah.
I think the game, you know, has to be looked at, and, you know, people have to step in and try to shape things up, whether it's more padding, whatever we need to do to get this going. But just, man, like we said, man, here on One Buck Podcast, we definitely going to give one more shout out to Damar Hamlin. Man, glad you're doing better, man. You know, shout out to you and your family right here from Coop and Kev on One Buck Podcast. But, you know, as we always do, man, y'all know we hit that switcheroo real quick. Not going to spend a lot on us, man. But as you know, it kind of go hand in hand with Mr. Damar Hamlin. You know, I had to bring it up, you know, just because Skip Bayless, man. You know, Skip Bayless, your time is running out, man. You know, and I think with this situation, man, we're going to play a little bit of this controversy for y'all, you know, pertaining to Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp from the Damar Hamlin situation, where Shaq and Barkley kind of addressed it a little bit. Y'all sit back, listen to the clips that we're going to give y'all. Y'all know this is one of the only shows that's going to give you that audio and that visual, you feel me? Because what should they do while they watching this video, man? They should do what?
You should like, share, subscribe with your little ugly ass.
Ugly ass.
And y'all should go ahead and get down with us at that IG at
Type
_Buck_podcast. Spilt just like that.
Straight like that, man. Not only that, drop your comments after we drop this clip, and y'all let us know what y'all think. Y'all only gonna get it right here on One Buck Podcast. We'll
Absolutely.
be right back.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So they struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation, so clearly somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
When you take it, it'll cause you to choke that little motherfucker. If you don't choke that, Skip Bayless. Shannon, all you gotta do is take him in the back and just choke the out his ass one time. That's all. One time. No, ain't no fighting, no slapping. Just take his ass in the back and just choke.
Shannon's a good
Take
man.
2 tablets, CT, LMF. Choke that little motherfucker.
Shannon is a good man.
Tablets right there.
Okay. I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me. You could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
Right there. Right there. Take 2 right there. Just take 2. And the call you to stay calm during the show, but during the break, just be like, Skip, let me talk to you. Just choke the damn.
Wait. No, if you're going to do it, Shaquille, do it in the voice because it actually is good. Do it again.
Skip. Shaq gonna give me these 2 pills. I'm about to throw the shit out your ass. Skip. I'm, right now.
I'm sorry,
Skip.
Shannon.
I can't even finish my monologue, Skip. I can't even come out here and finish my monologue, Skip.
Actually, that's pretty good, Shaq. That is pretty good.
Shannon.
You're
Shaquille,
usually
your
terrible.
best ever.
That was pretty good. No question
yeah,
about
that's
it.
probably your best ever.
That was
Stick with that.
pretty doggone good, Shaq.
Fellas, first of all, it does seem like we're watching. It seems like we're watching the deterioration of like a relationship in front of us. It's weird to watch because I feel like that we're literally watching folks break up in front of us.
Yeah, but you know what people don't understand? You always got to have that R word. Like, we're going to argue in the show. Yeah. We're going to argue, Spice, but I'm never going to disrespect you.
Yeah.
Especially not on live TV in my life.
Yeah.
I may say something that rub you the wrong way, but still not going to disrespect you. And
absolutely. Hey, Spice, I really do want to give you the floor because you know intimately what it's like to be out there on that type of field. And you've also had a situation where you had to watch a teammate collapse like this. And you were saying when we were talking in our group chat that it was kind of giving you PTSD and bringing up bad memories. But when you see that, young man, where do you go and what do you go through? When you watch something like that, just as a brethren in football?
It sucks, man. Because, I mean, it was a routine tackle. It's a tackle that you would do every day in practice, you know? And just the fact that you see your teammate laying down on the ground and he's not even moving, like he's not doing anything to let you know that he's okay, like that, it's traumatizing.
And, I mean, you know, as a fellow player, I think people understanding why Michael Strahan was so passionate and why Shannon Sharp didn't show up for work the next day. A lot of Skip Bayless, he kind of lost. I mean, he's always been kind of a shock jock, you know, say certain things, kind of but he don't understand. When you're talking about someone's health, that's a little bit different than just criticizing their game or talking down on him like he does LeBron, or that's different. But when someone's health is in the balance, then that's no time but that's just who he is. So that shows that really his on-air persona isn't really made up. He's just that self-centered, that egotistical. Now, Spice Adams continued and gave actually a detailed account of his scenario where he actually saw a teammate of his, when they left the field, die during his playing days with the 49ers. Take a listen here.
And then in my situation, when I was with the 49ers, my teammate Thomas Harrion, they had just got off the field from doing a 2-minute drive, and we scored a touchdown, and he was walking off the field saying, "Man, I'm tired." Well, he was like, "Yeah, you just did 2 minutes. Yeah, but, we scored, whatever, we won." And we get to the locker room, and then I see him fall on the ground having a seizure. And so I'm thinking like maybe he, needs some sugar or something like that they give him, and then he'll be okay. And they brought the defibrillator and everything in there, man. He just was not responsive. And so we saw Thomas Harrion die in the locker room in Denver, after playing a football game. So, and that right there is not talked about enough, or not talked about at all. And it's just it's terrible to see something like that happen to Damar Hamlin, and for that to happen during the game or just in general, man, it's traumatizing as a teammate.
He's been disrespected twice.
He's been very disrespectful. And
You spoke about humanity, and I think, but there were things done here by someone here at this network that were inhumane.
Yeah, this is not about a tweet. This is not about Brady being better than Shannon. It's not even about none of that. None of them arguments. You know what this is? This is primal. Yep. This is two alphas fighting for territory. This is about power. Because that dynamic of power on that show has shifted, whether it's real or imagined. And right now, we're all seeing that battle for it. Let's see who comes out undisputed.
A couple things me and Shannon talk about in commercial breaks. My lack of working out.
Yes.
My unhealthy eating.
Yes.
My Hallmark Gen fashion sense.
You'll never outgrow those.
In what world does he think no one had a problem with it, when the person sitting across the desk from him clearly had a problem? So first, Skip's full of shit. If he didn't, I don't pay attention. His camp, his group, Twitter searches his name on a daily basis. How do I know? Because we talked about something he and Shannon said. Okay, this is a real thing. Okay, because I've reached the I don't give a moment of my time here at Fox Sports Radio. Okay, we talked about people discussing the Warriors being better without Kevin Durant. The Warriors better without Kevin Durant. And it was talked about time and yeah, you're better without Kevin Durant. And I just said, the idiocy of this has to stop. We had played Skip's sound of saying it, but I did not direct any commentary about Skip personally. It was the idea that this is a narrative that we hear on radio, we see on TV, where people will go like, hey, the Warriors win. Maybe they're better without Kevin Durant. No, they're not. So we have a guy, we'll name him, who, it's not Elijah, who works in, I think, New York. And his job is taking the clips from radio, packaging them, and then putting them out on social media. And what he put on social media was just that we need to stop the idiocy. But he had a picture of Skip. So they Twitter searched Skip, and they're like, Gottlieb's talking about Skip. You need to take this down. You're like, okay, first of all, he made the comment. He has an opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion about that opinion. It wasn't in any way personal about it. The only limits I've ever been told is if you make it, do not make it personal. Okay. But the reason I was like, well, why are we so protective of Skip Bayless? he has made this portion of his career based upon his opinions, and I vehemently disagree with that opinion, but I didn't even say his name. What I said the idiocy of this narrative. So this is me calling bull on the no one had a problem. I don't know. Are you kidding me? Yesterday you went on TV and said and did a 180 on LeBron James, and you want to act like nobody was affected? Dude, I was born at night, not last night. Get the out of here.
Hey. I'm sick of you, man.
What?
I'm sick of you.
What happened?
You interrupted Ernie already. The first show of the year, you already interrupted him. Can he finish his monologue?
Stop. Okay, I got it. Hey, here's I watched it on YouTube too. So I didn't see the show. I saw it. Here's the
New Year out there, everybody. Yeah, Chuck had it already. Easy.
I bet the powers of people be cut off your right, brother. Mama, I'm coming home.
I'm not taking my tweet down. Hey, no, I'm not taking my tweet down. I believe what I said. Hey, where's that case? Talk about. You want to talk about the Joker?
Go ahead.
No. It's
all right. Because every time I want to talk, you want to interrupt me.
Will you allow him to talk about the Jokers for?
You know how much your mom means to me,
right?
And I just want to say, man, between the Papa John's and the General, man, putting her in commercials is really awesome.
Yeah. She loves you too.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She loves you. I don't. Be nice if you put me in.
Okay.
And Ernie.
Trust me. I know, I'm just like Shannon. I know what it's like to work with somebody you hate.
If I get a disease and I'm gonna die, how about I get Skip Bayless in here and I kill him live on national television?
I'm gonna tell you something. If I could get Skip Bayless in a room,
we
need DNA to define who it was when I got through with it.
I'm back.
I love the way, hey, take that, Skip Bayless. Your punk ass.
Game tied at 89.
Here comes Skip Bayless. Take that with your punk ass.
I challenge Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp.
No, I like Shannon. Only thing I want to do is put my foot up Skip's ass.
Okay. Damn.
Let's see if Skip's up for that challenge.
Man, in my opinion, I always phrase that. I don't want to be one of these idiots on these other networks act like they know everything about all sports. Skip Bayless.
Like they know everything about every sport. I don't want to call out certain guys.
No, don't.
Be nice.
Call them out.
Well, we know I hate Skip Bayless.
Did I try?
But
I did. I
Ernie,
tried.
listen,
Call him out.
we don't know everything about all these sports.
LeBron's the only one got a legacy ride. He gonna get all the blame, unfortunately. He's the one. He's on that Mount Rushmore. And, Skip Bayless, the idiot, he's going to find a way to blame LeBron, even though those guys have played 6 bad games. I'm not waiting on those guys. They've had 6 bad games in a row.
Thank you for giving me an alternative so I don't have to watch Skip Bayless anymore. I will always be indebted to you, so I don't have to watch that asshole Skip Bayless. You got guys on TV. You got Skip Bayless, who's a punk. You got J-Man Roddy, who's a punk. There's always going to be punks in TV because they got no talent. They got to talk about famous people. Let me tell you something. Anybody who goes after Derrick Rose is just an idiot. And first of all, I think Skip Bayless is the biggest punk in the world. He's the biggest punk in the world. I just hate Skip Bayless, and I hate using the word. It works in his favor. I don't even watch him anymore. I told Dan Patrick, thank God for Dan Patrick, because he gives me something to watch in the morning. To get on TV every day and just go after the big stars, that don't make you a journalist. That makes you a punk. And that's what Skip Bayless is.
A guy who I don't think people will ever be able to separate y'all names just because of the history on First Take. Skip Bayless recently made some comments, and when speaking of no mercy, recently made some comments about Damar Hamlin. And the comments that he made live during the game, I think everyone knew immediately in that moment they were wrong. Like, this guy just passed out. We just watched CPR be administered on live television. And you say a game should continue? That's no mercy. That's not having any, number one, feel. I think the feel there is just off. But secondly, that to me, I always speak about how people view the athlete. And that's having no mercy at all for just the athlete, for the mindset. You know, you think of today's day and age and everyone, the awareness around mental health and all of these different issues. And to say that someone who, you know, Steph Curry's a brother of mine. Like Klay Thompson is my brother. You blood, sweat, and tears with these guys. You experience some of the highest of highs in life with these guys and some of the lowest of lows in life with these guys. And to say that you can just witness that, number one, as a player, let's not even look at it from Damar's standpoint in his life. Let's just look at it from the standpoint of players, athletes in general. To say that Josh Allen can witness that and then just go call a play and throw a football, like, what about the compassion for the athlete? Now, I don't even want to go to the compassion for Damar and his family because that's a totally different thing. And that really goes to an entirely different category. So I'm really just trying to keep it sports. But when speaking of no mercy and someone that you've worked with, what was your opinion and thoughts on Skip? And then to double down and say, oh no, I stand on that even after knowing the condition that he's in. I guess for me, I can respect you saying you stand on your opinion. I can respect that. But at the same time, it feels low.
First of all, let me get this out the way. Skip was wrong. Plain and simple. If we were on first take together and he was sitting across from me, I'd have told him he was wrong. There's no doubt about that. And that needs to be said. At that particular moment in time, you can use a phrase, feel in the room. You can use whatever other phrases that you want. But at the end of the day, it reached a point where it was not about football. It was not about games. It was about a young man's life being on the line. So there's no defending that. And I agree.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down.
I'm not going to take it down.
I cannot even get to a monologue without you interrupting. I cannot even get to a monologue without you interrupting. I cannot even get to a monologue. Let's go, Jen. Interrupting. I cannot even get to a monologue. Skip every time. Skip every time I see every time I see him, it's on sight. I mean, every time I see let's go, Jen. I will skip fast. I know you. Will skip. Come up on that door. Will skip fast. You would disrespect me. Let's go, Jen. I will skip fast. I know you. Will skip. Come up on that door. Will skip fast.
Put your glasses back on.
You would disrespect me. You make it seem like I was a bomb. You would disrespect me. You would disrespect me. Disrespect me. You would disrespect me.
Glasses back on.
Disrespect me. Every time I see him, it's on sight. I mean, every time I see let's go, Jen. I will skip fast. I know you. Will skip. Come up on that door. Will skip fast.
So y'all heard it, as you guys been seeing. We know the controversy with Damar Hamlin. I think it shook up the world. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp going neck and neck on this, man. And I know this for a fact, man, and reports have said no matter what they're doing, they did air the show yesterday and the day before. I think this show comes to a quits just because Skip Bayless comments. Now, when we say his comments, man, there's been a lot of controversy talking about his comments. Dwight Howard has something to say about it. Dwight Howard and What's-His-Face did a podcast together, Terrell Owens, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? They did a podcast together. Not only that, you know, you had Matt Barnes weigh on the situation. You had, like I said, Shaq and TNT addressed the situation the other day. So when you see
Shaq and TNT,
they did. So when you see this from the controversy though, cause of Skip going through all of this, making a comment when he tweeted out,
and that's what I said. Shaq.
Oh yeah,
TNT.
And I don't. If anything, they should be firing at. It should be Skip Bayless, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Skip was in the wrong. Skip made a tweet, put the tweet out. I feel Chuck. This the only time I'm gonna feel you, Chuck, because you know you're a coon. At the end of the day, Chuck Barkley is definitely a coon. Chuck, like I said, man, you know what it is. Shaq, you on the same thing. And did you hear what happened with Shannon? Shannon got up and said, "Okay, Skip," and he walked out. So it's a lot of controversy behind it, and I had to bring it up because there's so much controversy behind it. I think it jeopardizes their relationship with their show. Shannon Sharp had no problem walking out. Yeah, hey, they threw. Shannon Sharp had no problem walking out, but to this depths, cause I'm just saying to the depths of how it went with this situation, it was like no other. Because I've never seen Shannon Sharp come on the show, address something, try to put Skip on blast. Skip denied it. He lied about it.
That was just heavy in Sharp's mind and his heart.
It should be
as well, you know, because
Skip got a big ass mouth.
But that's his co-worker. But I mean, let's be real. Let's be honest. Skip has always shown us this side of himself.
It's nothing new, but I'm not saying that. I'm not
when it comes
on that.
When it comes to the side of expecting anything less of Skip, he's the speaker of the people with that one voice who want to. He's the speaker of that voice of the one people that want to go ahead and kind of like, shut up, do this. Why wasn't you able to do this with your athletic ability? You're so much gifted with this, that, and the third. That's how he looks at it, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's never, you know what I'm saying, like anything understandable. It doesn't register to Skip because of probably of his childhood hero didn't cross the threshold of what the expectancy was, or whatever the case may be.
This is what I think, man. I think it's more of an alpha male. I think he tried to show out. If this the point that I'm making, man. If you're gonna do something, everybody's seen the tweet. And then when Shannon went on to the show and brought it up, and to know, it's like we doing a show right now. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And to know if I ever said something that you knew I was deliberately lying about, that you knew I was lying about it, you knew it, and we doing this show and I'm lying about it.
Right, but that's what I was kind of like getting to.
Just saying, you gonna go back to your mind and be like, bro, you know you made the tweet. You made the tweet. Now you trying to tell me, and we talking about it on the show and I address it, then you gonna tell me it never happened? So Shannon got up at that point. He was like, Skip, I'm done. He walked off and let it go. Then they aired the show today, well, the last 2 days, and you see the camaraderie is just not there anymore. It's like a chess match. You feel what I'm saying? It's like Skip saying he's the man, which we know he is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying of the narrative to him to go with this situation with Damar Hamlin, making that comment, making that tweet, not standing on that tweet. Your boy come to your show. This is me and you doing One Buck Podcast. You come to the show, airing me out like, bro, you know you tweeted that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, I never tweeted nothing. But you know I'm lying. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So your integrity for, you know, you gonna be like, bro, I'm done.
But that's what I was saying. Like, in a nutshell of its own, like, we know this about Skip, but why do we still indulge with this type of hookup? I get the because on the main platform. Shay ain't getting it on YouTube. I was gonna say, now, like Skip, we still get it with the situation of Shay. Shay is out here. Hey, you went into Shay, you know what I'm saying? But you was known as Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like
he had to do that because he had to create that narrative.
You had to
away
create
from
the
show.
narrative of what?
Getting off his riding the coattail of Skip. That's what he had to do.
No.
That's why he came up with
You
Shay
could have
Shay.
stayed. You could have stayed yourself, and still went with the narrative. You just would have had to fight harder.
Hey, I'm glad with what he did, man. I'm very content because somebody need to address it. I think they're done with that show. That's the point that I'm making. I'm glad that he went at Skip. It's not the first time, but somebody needed to do it.
Yeah.
And it's the first time, you know, to magnitude of what it is because Skip made a tweet. And I'm saying I'm just appreciative of Shannon Sharp addressing the fact with that being his partner, you know what I'm saying, that he's in business with.
What it is that you saying, and not to cut you off, but I'm just saying, like, we seen this about.
We have, but not in a situation where a young man that shocked the whole entire world. Nobody has never seen that when it came to Damar Hamlin. Like I said, and I don't want to keep addressing this young man's name, but what he went through, it shut the game down. It stopped the game.
It shouldn't have been none of that.
It shouldn't have been a tweet. Shouldn't have been made on this, and that's why I'm saying this is why it's such a big topic, family, because you got a man that's standing on it. All I'm saying, all he did was address it. Well, if they play the clip one more time for y'all, where Shannon gets up. Okay, Skip, we out of here.
I'm just saying, we can play that too, but I just want to say this. Same thing when everybody was on the views about the situation with Kyrie. How they made it a major hookup.
Yeah, but Kyrie shit was different. Kyrie didn't almost lose his life. He didn't go in a cardiac arrest on the field, bro. This is something that we've never seen in history. Damn, Kyrie.
I said
I understand that.
The scrutiny that Kyrie had made or had got.
No comparison.
It should
right
be
here.
the same situation.
Hell no, this man almost lost his life. That's totally different. Kyrie went through what Kyrie went through. This dude, nobody has never seen nobody go into cardiac arrest since my man played basketball and died on the court. You feel what I'm saying? Since Hank Gathers, my nigga. So nobody's never seen this to the magnitude of which in the game of a warrior sport of football where this has happened. We've seen plenty of concussions, but I know where you going, what you saying. But I'm just saying, to this magnitude, to make that statement and to stand on that statement. And I'm not talking about Skip going what he normally do. I'm just talking about the unorthodox and the stupidness behind his tweet and what he said.
But this is
this
why
young man.
This is why y'all need to get hip because of the shit that we just keep putting down like this. Like you heard what Cuz has said with his views on his strong, footing about the situation with Skip. Y'all tell us what y'all think. Y'all leave them comments.
They know. They see what's going on with you. All I'm saying is if you stand on something, don't fall for anything. If you had the boldness to make the tweet and then turn around and come to the show and then try to play me and I'm your co-host and you try to play me like, bro, I ain't even tweeted. I ain't even say it. I don't even know what you're talking about. You're making me look like a fool.
And that
I'm out too. Now I'm like deuces. That's what you stand on? After we just watched this man almost die on the field, bro. Nobody's ever seen nothing like this in history.
Right.
It stopped the game. We've never seen an NFL game get stopped and pick up at a later date, bro. We've never seen this. So I'm just addressing the magnitude of it because I feel like if
not
you stood on it,
not on health technicalities, maybe weather.
It's crazy.
Maybe weather, but that don't even be like that. But
it's crazy,
bro. That's remarkable what you was putting down with this situations, and I'm with you. But like I said, I just kind of feel like this ain't nothing new. Far as my first time like witnessing Skip, like how do we just keep giving Skip
but
a
I'm
pass?
saying to the magnitude of this. This is something nobody in America has ever seen before. And I'm not going to say it's nothing that nobody will ever see again, but it's definitely the first time everybody's seen it. So it shook everybody up, bro.
Do you think that this will affect like the ESPN network NFL or whatever
what's
they
gonna
dealing
affect
with.
the NFL is definitely, when that hit happened, you heard everybody, bro. You heard people talking about, not even in a game or just dudes. You think about your children playing the game. You thinking about the guys that you teaching and you're developing as a coach. Like, it goes beyond that. That could have been whoever out there. You feel me? So,
and this is a lot of reason of why today kids don't play the sport that we used to play when we was younger. That's
dangerous.
I don't blame it. I don't
Kids
blame
are
it.
faster now. People are moving faster, 40 times faster. The game is faster. Wide receivers are faster. Routes are faster. Everything is faster. The whole development of the game, bro. So, you playing a game that's at a high speed, high velocity. And all I'm saying
We got a
is,
backer, I think, that's getting ready to come in at a high velocity of what his speed was, like 4 or 5.
I got backers running 4.4. I know a backer running 4.3 right now. But what I'm
that's
saying
crazy.
is, when it comes to Skip Bayless, man, Skip, about time for you to watch your mouth, man. I think your tenure is coming up. We know you're probably the godfather, of sports and being there and being relevant in that situation. But I think there comes a point in time where people walk away from you, no matter how much they need you, because we all know Shannon needs you to kind of prevail, and I think you know that too. But what I'm simply saying is, from my magnitude and the platform that I have, don't make a tweet, turn around and play like nothing ever happened, and you didn't say nothing on the magnitude of Damar Hamlin. That's all that I'm saying. You feel what I mean? Because always a pleasure locking in with you, cuz. You got anything else you want to say, man?
I kind of want to say it to like this, like piggybacking off of what you were saying. Like, I'm not against you. You know, I'm not against you. We all have our own point of views, but like I said, this side of Skip we have always seen. It just got exposed more. So now, what the hell are we gonna do with Skip?
You got to go. I just said it. I'm just saying, not to this magnitude. We know Skip, but how dare you make the comment that you make that shocked the world. This shocked the world. I could see if this happened before and this man made the comment, but we all sat back and watched that game. We seen what happened to that young man.
Hey, I'm
For
like
you
this.
to make a comment like that, bro, and be bold and stand on it and then fall back on it, and then your co-host come and check you about it, and you gonna say, I never did that.
I'm like this. I'm like this, fam. Skip, if a person see you out in public, I hope you get the shit slapped up out you.
I hope Barkley said he was gonna slap. He said he needed mess slapped out of him.
If I see Barkley, I hope I get
slap
the chance
Barkley
to
too,
slap the
because
shit
he's
up out
a
of
coon
Barkley.
too.
He a
Both
coon.
of them. Shaq too. You know what I'm saying?
You can't sit here and go back and forth with the, you know what I'm saying, the rigmarole.
Well, they both did it, man. You know, and that's why Charles addressed
That's my
it.
views.
But Skip Bayless and Damar Hamlin,
and I'm not even a violent type person.
To Charles Barkley and Kyrie Irving, I understand what Kyrie went through, but this situation here, nobody has never.
I was just trying to, you know what I'm saying, put it out there. Like,
we've seen though.
This is the type of stuff that we keep constantly going through.
We've seen stuff with Kyrie.
We get put in these different positions,
but
and then all of a sudden,
we seen
don't
Kanye.
nobody take accountability.
We've seen Kanye. We've seen thousands of times where that's not happened.
There's no accountability.
We've never seen this happen in sports history. And that's what makes it such a big topic for somebody to make a bold comment on somebody that could have lost their life on the field. It's never been done, never been seen. It can't be compared to anything, my boy. It cannot be compared to anything.
First and foremost, y'all get it live like this from One Butt Podcast. Like, who else do you know, like, take in consideration of situations like this?
They don't. They ain't taking the time out. Y'all just covering, partying and bull. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Man. But look, cuz, we're going to do one more heat for your feet, man. I figure we haven't done it in a couple of shows, and I think we're going to keep it coming as we were before. A lot of you Nike heads, if you know what this box is, you know it's either Air Max. Just put it like this. It's an Air Max. Duh. It's a no-brainer. Got the classic Nike sign on there. Y'all know we keep it coming with the pennies, too. A lot of the stuff that we've shown in our shows, we shoot about 3 or 4 shows a night. So a lot of times we had ideas of putting shoes in shows that never got aired. You know, so I know this for a fact hasn't been aired when I looked at them, but cause I think you probably seen them before. Like I said, we stay laced with the pennies, man. This is that Photo Time Dust penny with that funky, Photo Time Dust colorway. These are premium materials. This is a PMR, which stands for premium materials on here. And these are definitely premium, man, with that Photo Time. Y'all see that dust right here with that suede. Y'all see how it hit different, man. Like I said, that immaculate suede right there, man, is kind of like a brush over. It really gives this penny one a different look. My first opinion looking at it, man, it's a real dope colorway. Like I said, very premium materials. And that premium dust stamp, like I said, that PMR, which is the premium. Different colorway, like I said, Photo Time Dust. And like a classic shoe, man. It's got like a vanilla hint of orange in it. You got your black, your vanilla at the bottom. Cause when you first looking at this shoe, what's your thoughts, man? Because pennies come in varieties, man, just like Jordans, in my opinion.
I mean, still one of the dopest sneakers out there, in my opinion. Yeah. The colorways that they keep coming up with, it's like, wow. That's all I want to say is wow. Yeah. The suede, the detail to different things of it. I would definitely rock this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, on regular, but I mean, y'all can't play this. Y'all can't play this like this. Like looking at the side view, almost reminds you of your Jordan 10 with the lace. But at the same time, it's a dope sneaker. Like, this is one of my favorite sneakers by Penny. All times, hands down.
Yeah, the one was definitely a classic. Good basketball shoe. Still my second basketball shoe. I'm a big Penny 2 fan when it comes to the basketball style of it. Which is deemed more of the, premium wear is what they call it. Opposed to, the newer stuff now, which is something different, made a little different. The materials are made different. The wing doesn't have as much support as a performance sneaker. This is more of a style sneaker now, so the performance aspect, things may be made a little cheaper, but I still like the overall aspect of the shoe, man. And
everyday sneaker?
Yeah, well, you beat around, you feel what I'm saying? And that's what this show is, man. This is an everyday show that we put down. I said we are not like your everyday average podcast who brings you one show a week. We're bringing you 2. And if we feeling generous enough, sometimes we may bring you 3. It just really depends. In a minute, we finna start going live, you know what I'm saying, and recording stuff on live and bringing it to y'all as the content drops. Enough of the, classic stuff of what we doing.
Absolutely.
Because it's always a pleasure locking in, my guy. Man, definitely love doing this, man. Like I said, this is the highlight of my weekend, getting together, man, doing this show. And we just hope that it's the highlight of yours too, man.
Talking a little spit, you know what I'm saying? Getting around the family, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. We giving the world GAME, and I think that's what a lot of y'all need right now in the circumstances that we live in, the times that we live in, things that we continue to go through, you know what I'm saying? I tell you what, man, just stay blessed up, man. Keep it moving. And y'all know what it is, but make sure you like,
share, subscribe with your little ugly ass.
Ugly ass, boy. You heard him. He ain't playing when he say your ugly ass, because a lot of y'all it is ugly. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't for us to judge. We just appreciate those that are rocking with us, giving those comments, giving those feedback, and rocking with the show. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Any criticism, anything you say to keep it a buck, we appreciate it at the end of the day, because you know how we do. We're going to pick up what we put down on this one. On the next one. And this is One Buck Podcast.
Where we keep it a buck.
And we hope y'all keep it a buck too. Peace.